Hello, and welcome to the special holiday episode of Tabi 204. Today, I'm interviewing Kyle Costa and Peter Chase, the organizers of this year's annual Filibus Toy Drive, taking place from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. on December 16th at the North Dartmouth Target. Thank you both for being here.
Thank you.
So, I've been wondering, how did this fundraiser originally start?
Well, we were approached by Jerry Pinto, who's the coordinator of the event for New Bedford. It's Safe Zones, back in 2016. So we've been running it every year since that time, and every year it seems to get bigger and bigger. And then when Pete got involved last year, and we kind of married the toy drive together with the telethon, it's taken on a whole new dynamic.
Wow, so what originally inspired kind of the fuse between the telethon and the toy drive?
I'm going to default to Pete on that. It was really his idea.
Yeah, so the telethon I kind of came up with when I donated a few times to Kyle's to the toy drive, and then I was trying to think of one time, like, you know, what do you get for older kids? You know, like, you know, there's the 12-year-olds, there's the preteens, the teenagers, and so at that point I'm like, well, you know, we could give them gift cards. If we gave them cash, then they could go out and get their own stuff or spend it however they want. So that's kind of like why we thought of the telethon, to raise funds for it.
Perfect. So, are you two typically in charge of the planning? Are other people involved in the planning of this event? How exactly is it organized?
The lion's share does fall on Pete and myself. However, Pete has a great team over at Dartmouth Community Media that really hop on, and they make this event into something that I mean, one could never imagine it was going to be. You know, when we first started organizing it, it was, you know, fill a bus up with toys and you're done with it. This now has taken on.
It's become so much more.
Right, it's huge now, and it takes a couple of months really for the planning of it.
That makes sense.
But the lion's share really does fall on Pete and his team over at Dartmouth Community Media. They do an outstanding job. As far as the police department's concerned, we have, I would have to say, a good half, 3/4 of our department look forward to it every year. And they volunteer their time, and it's a great turnout. It's
an amazing event.
And so for the telethon, I mean, I just want to also recognize Rob Parati from the DHS TV media students. We usually have a planning session, one or two beforehand, to discuss kind of like the overall layout of it. It's kind of the day of is a lot of punting and figuring stuff out as people show up.
It's probably very chaotic.
We do, you know, we try to plan a little bit ahead to some of the entertainment stuff that we want to do and things like that. So you know, you guys are also involved in some of the planning as well.
What is the entertainment you said like consist of?
So this year we're trying to do a karaoke hour with town employees. So we've gotten a few people that have agreed to do some karaoke. In years past, you know, some of our hosts are talented, so they'll sing some songs. We'll reach out to some other local people that sing, and you know, mostly it's singing. We also try to feature the Dartmouth High School Band Orchestra. We'll pre-record some of their stuff, and any other Dartmouth High School groups that, you know, want to pre-record something.
Wonderful.
And
so it's like a little community performance
Exactly.
to kind of, I don't know, increase interest and get people to show up. That's amazing.
Yeah.
So do these toys all go to like a specific charity? Like, who do they go to?
It's a great question, and it comes up every year. First and foremost, you know, I'd like to thank Dolores Joseph. She's the Dartmouth Youth Advocate who takes on a pretty proactive approach to this. Dolores will reach out to the various schools to see if she can get a list of families in need in Dartmouth. That's always going to be our primary concern.
That makes sense.
This year, Dolores has taken on another role as far as being one of the people assigned to oversee the migrant families that we've had assigned to town. And we're going to include the children this year also, just as a sign of good faith, and to show them that you know, we're a caring community. You know, I know it's been a hot topic of conversation, you know, pretty much everywhere. But I think what people have to keep in mind is that these children didn't ask to be here, you know, and they deserve just as much right to have a Christmas as any other child. In addition, this year we reached out to the Council on Aging. Amy DiPietro, the director over there, was kind enough to hop in, and she was actually excited to hop in. Where we're going to do a program called Santa for Seniors, where some of the less fortunate seniors who don't have disposable income to buy toys for their, you know, grandchildren, etc., will provide them with the toys this year so they can give them to their family members.
Wow, so it really just provides for the community as a whole.
It does, and I mean, Pete was there from the get-go as far as donating and seeing what this has taken on. You know, I think year one we filled about it's a full-size school bus and a half.
Oh my God.
So far, the most we've done is 4 full school buses.
Oh my God.
So we're fortunate working with Safe Zones out of New Bedford, where we can provide toys to St. Vincent's Home in Fall River, and then some other families in need in the greater New Bedford area.
That's an amazing cause. So you said you got like an average 1.5 school buses. How many toys is that?
Oh, I couldn't even begin to tell you. Tremblay's bus is amazing, and we have the same volunteers every year. In fact, the first year we had a school bus driver who's no longer working there, but she still volunteers every year to come and sit on the bus and sort with her family members because she loves the event. Literally, it's thousands of toys. I know, every year we pretty much, Target runs out of toys in their store.
Understandable. So how can people donate to this?
If they'd like to come to the event, that's what we're really encouraging.
So you can just bring them directly to the event, throw them in the bus?
Put them right on the bus. Anybody
One and
donates
done.
this year, we're going to give them a nice Dartmouth Police Department holiday sticker as just a small thank you. And there's always music on hand, entertainment like Pete had said, and then just a meet and greet with all the volunteers there. It's an amazing
Wonderful.
community event.
So it's very easy to donate. There's no one specifically you have to reach out to. You just got to show up with a toy in your hands.
That's it.
We also have a clip about the Toy Dry Telethon from last year. Let's look at that now.
Sure.
So basically we're just going to
Out of this and back to you, Tabi.
So we're just green screening
Welcome
this.
to Target here in the beautiful town of Dartmouth, Massachusetts, as Dartmouth Community Media, in conjunction with the Dartmouth Police Association, bring you the Fill a Bus Telethon.
We really like this toy drive and support this toy drive that we've been a part of since its inception.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
Our company sat down and we decided we're going to give a check to the Dartmouth Police Athletic League.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
So that's what happened last year. So how can people participate more this year?
Show up. That's all they have to do.
pretty simple.
Pete's got some fresh ideas this year, which I'm not so sure if they're going to be a surprise or not. I'd probably ask Pete to speak on that. But every year we try to make it a little bit more entertaining.
So, but if people want to make large donations or monetary donations and want to set up a time to come on the show, like our telethon runs from 10 to 2. So we ask that you show up between that time. If you want to reach out to me beforehand, you can call me at 508-984-1359, or you can email us at dctv@town.dartmouth.ma.us.
Perfect.
And we can set up a time for them to come in, make a large donation. We've talked to a couple of groups. We think we're going to get them to come in, and so we're still looking for more. And then also entertainment. If you're a singer out there and you want to come and sing a song or two, we have all the equipment. You don't have to bring anything.
So they contact you?
Yep, they contact me at the same number
Perfect.
and come on down, and we'll set up a time for you to come and perform.
That's wonderful. And I've heard there's a lot of volunteers there. Do they all just contact you the same way to sign up for volunteering?
Volunteers, for the most part, go through Kyle.
Okay.
I can tell you that this is very easy. That we don't turn any volunteer away. It's again, it's an amazing community event. And anybody who wants to volunteer their time is more than welcome to show up.
The more people, the better.
Absolutely, and we can give them certainly a task to complete. And also, I know a lot of kids look for volunteer hours. If they are looking for volunteer hours, I just ask that they meet with me at some point during the day so I can get their contact information and send them a letter.
Perfect. Seems like a perfect setup, win-win. So how is Dartmouth High School really helping out with this event? Because I know there's a collaboration going on with, Dartmouth Community Media, Dartmouth High School Media. How exactly is that working?
So the students of the Dartmouth High School TV Media program are running the cameras for the event.
Okay.
We have, I think, four individuals that are going to be hosts. So we're going to swap off between, two of them at a time with Paul Santos, who's our host, has been a host for our show and well-known person in town. So between that and then also I know Dartmouth High School Media is doing some skits of their own
Yes,
as
I've heard
roll-ins
about that.
during the thing. So during the telethon, so that'd be great. But it's been a long time collaboration between us. In like the past few years, we've collaborated more and more with the media program covering high school events. So
Wow. Are any other groups from like Dartmouth High School besides the media club helping out, or is it just
I
video
think
based?
there's some of the clubs are doing some contests to try to get donations and bring donations during the day. So I've heard of a few. I don't know all of them. I think
But just have a general idea.
Right, I have a
yeah.
general idea, and then also, like I said, the band's been very supportive. Last year we recorded some of the band performances beforehand, and it works out great because it's almost an advertisement because their concert is the following week, right after the telethon. So this kind of shows one or two of their songs and says, hey, come join come see the show after.
Perfect. Another one win, just like I said.
Being a hockey fan, I think I'd be remiss if I didn't say that the hockey team every year is very generous, where they collect a whole slew of toys that they generally donate every year. So I think that's still in place this year.
The community involvement is
Second time.
inspiring.
Second time.
Definitely. So this event will be live streamed, right?
Yes, it'll be on the Dartmouth Community Media YouTube channel, and then also it'll be live on TV on Dartmouth Comcast Channel 18. So if you live in town, you'll be able to just turn on Channel 18 and see it from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Perfect. Easy viewing. So obviously you probably don't have numbers off the top of your head, but if you took your best guess, how many kids do you think typically receive toys as a result of this fundraiser?
Hundreds.
Wow.
Absolutely hundreds. We usually have, the good part about it too is that we gather so many toys during this drive that we have a surplus that's kept in storage. So it's not only a holiday event, it's a year-round event the way that we look at it, that if we come across any families that are in need of something, birthday presents or just something to cheer a kid up, we have access to that. So it really isn't just a holiday event, it's a year-round event that we conduct during the holidays.
Wow, so it can be distributed more evenly throughout the year.
Correct.
Because there's birthdays, there's celebrations, and kids just need toys in
Yeah,
general.
yeah, and I think Pete already hit on it going back, that we're actually able to take monetary donations now, which the Dartmouth Police Athletic League actually collects as a nonprofit. And those donations we can use to buy other items for the kids that Pete had mentioned earlier, preteen, teens.
Perfect.
Because, no kid really at that age needs a toy per se, but they could use something else.
So it really kind of accommodates every age group and their needs and wants and their individual situations.
Yeah.
It's very flexible. So one final question. What is both of you guys' favorite part about the toy drive, the Filibus drive?
I can say there's no one part. It's an amazing event.
If you had to choose one.
If I had to choose one, it's probably the community support that we receive.
I can definitely see that.
That's not to be cop out, but that's exactly what I was going to say. Last year when we did the telethon, like I said, I've stopped by there and stopped in for 5-10 minutes. But last year, being there for 4 hours, seeing all the people that around town that stop in to
It
drop
seems so
off stuff,
heartwarming.
and then even where our telethon was brand new, grabbing them to come on TV. Last minute, they didn't know they were coming on TV, but we had school adjustment counselors, we had department heads from the town, we had police officers from the town come on and just talk about giving and about coming down and doing a good job, and so it was nice to see like a nice community event.
The whole community coming together to get these toys to these kids.
Right.
It's a wonderful, wonderful event. So make sure to mark your calendars and buy some new toys for this year's Filibus. I will see you there, and thank you for watching this episode of Tabi 204, and thank you for being here.